Hello everyone, it's me, the Humble Gamer, back for another channel update. A little later than I would usually do it this time around. I'm hoping that this will go up today, which is the 7th of July 2021. Usually I would do these in mid-June or at the very end of June. However, I've been at my brother's since late June, so I haven't actually been able to make this video until now. But you know what, that's a kind of a good thing because it gives me more stuff to update on than I would have had if I'd done this beforehand. So I just want to talk about things that have happened from January 1st to the middle of the year and what I have planned towards the end of the year. Because that's really all these videos are supposed to be about. Just little updates, just to kind of give a bit of direction for where things are going and where things have been. So as for where we've come from so far, I'm not going to talk about COVID anymore because thank God that seems to be falling out to the wayside and people are moving on. So yeah, the last like 3 channel updates have been talking about that, and we're good for that now. But since the beginning of this year, I haven't actually done much, to be fair, in the way of this channel. I've worked on obviously uploading a few of the Ocarina videos my brother and I had done last year, only 12 so far, but there is good news about that. I will get to that in a minute. As for games I've been playing, I played some Far Cry 5, I think. Yeah, I was doing the streams. Yeah, that we'll talk about that in a second as well. I think the first thing I did was I started playing Morrowind, and I spoke about that a lot through my videos this year. I'm still playing it half a year later. It's a slow process, but I'm getting there, and I am hoping at some point later this year to make a video of me finishing that game for the first time. That's beating Dagoth but I don't know how that's going to pan out because I don't know how the capture card's going to hold up or whatever, but we'll see how things go. I would like to get it on video because it'd be my first time beating Morrowind, and it'd be proof positive that I actually can play and enjoy older games that might be a bit difficult for certain people. But that's mostly what I've been playing, that, and I guess I played some Burnout Paradise earlier this year, and that's kind of been it. I haven't really been playing much. I've kind of just been spending most of my time watching videos on YouTube rather than playing games. But I'll try and get around to playing more stuff soon because I do have a lot of games just sitting on the shelf that I want to play that I haven't yet. So we'll see how that goes. But getting back to the Far Cry 5 thing, because this is very important. Obviously, earlier this year, I started playing Far Cry 5 for streams this year, and I did the same with Portal Knights, and then I kind of stopped. I stopped Far Cry 5 and Portal Knights around the same time because I was starting A Hat in Time, and I wanted to focus primarily on that, and I said I would wait until I was done with A Hat in Time before I continued with Portal Knights and Far Cry 5, although it came down to Portal Knights only has maybe 2 sessions left anyway, maybe 3, so that's not a lot, and I could do that without worrying about finishing A Hat in Time, which I probably will. But Far Cry 5, well, this is where another issue comes in that I need to talk about, which is A Hat in Time. So far, I think I have 26 episodes or 25 episodes on YouTube, and we are pretty much like a couple of episodes away from the end of the game. I have come to a problem which came up when I was watching Silver Grayscale or Fang Greyfur's A Hat in Time playthrough, which is the DLC. And the DLC content is placed after the final boss of the game, but you can do it before the final boss of the game. So the final boss is chapter 5, but the 2 DLCs are chapters 6 and 7. The issue is the final boss is the end of the game, and the credits contain stuff from those 2 DLCs, which means I either have to beat the boss and then leave time between beating the final boss and me getting a chance to play the DLCs, because that's the big problem. I haven't played the 2 Hat in Time DLCs. I haven't played Yakuza Metro or Arctic Cruise, so I'd either have to play them blind, which would probably be awful, or take the time, maybe a couple months, to actually play them and get to grips with them before doing proper videos on them. And either way, whatever happens, I have to choose whether I'm going to do those before the final boss or after the final boss, and frankly, I kind of want to leave the final boss until last. So what I may end up doing is doing the 2 other videos I wanted to do, which was the purple time rifts and a few secrets on the ship, and then past that just going straight to the first DLC whenever I'm ready to do that. So I think that's how things are going to pan out with A Hat in Time, is I'm going to finish the couple videos I wanted to do for the purple time rifts I have left, which is all 5, and then a few secrets. And then after that, I'll just leave the series and spend a couple months playing the DLC on and off so that I can get used to it. And then I'll come back to it eventually. So A Hat in Time's probably going to get put on a break for a couple of months because of that. Back to the Oot conversation, I actually have some great news about that, which I can give to you now that I'm back from my brother's. We have officially finished Ocarina of Time. That is done. We have finished our series on it. I'm not 100% positive about the half of the game that we did this time round, because we did about half the game last year and we've done the other half of the game this time round. I'm not 100% positive about it. I think we had some great conversations and I think we had a really fun time anyway. We tried to make the best of it, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just being a bit too negative about it at this point in time. But what I'm going to try to do with Ocarina now is I'm going to try to finish editing last year's stuff that we did and put that up, and then maybe leave a few months gap for me to do some other stuff, and then get back to editing and getting on with the other half of the series that we've just finished last week. But yeah, Ocarina of Time's officially finished, and I have all the video files and audio files for it and everything. So that will be done eventually. Although it's very likely we won't actually see the end of that series until next year, because the way I go about editing things, I've got so many other things to focus on, and like I said, I'm probably going to leave a couple months gap between the first half of the game we did and uploading the videos from the second half we did last week. So we'll see how that pans out, but it's probably going to end up being that you won't see the end of the game until next year. But it's a series we've done. It's probably the last series we're going to do together like that. We still have to finish Spyro, but once we're done with Spyro, me and him have basically agreed that this is it for now. He has a girlfriend and a child to look after, and he's very, very busy, and probably will be for the next couple of years. So outside of maybe an occasional cameo in a gaming shenanigans video, we're not doing any major projects together for probably the next couple of years. So consider Ocarina and Spyro, when that's done, our last things that we do together, our last major things for a long time. It's been great though. We've done some great stuff over the years and I'm really happy with all of it, but it's just kind of, you know, a bittersweet thing that we done all these great projects and now it's time to put it to rest for a while. So that's everything that's been done so far this year. As for what's coming, right now, the 7th of July, I am taking a break. I am taking a break for July. I need some time to evaluate a few things about my life and also about YouTube. I'm not quitting or anything. I need some time to like go through all the stuff I've got and kind of figure out how I want to go about doing all this stuff for the next half a year, because obviously I'm going to become a lot busier as the year goes on, because everything's opening back up and I'll get back to education and driving and things like that. So there'll be a lot of things going on later this year, and I don't know how much time I'm going to get to record or edit or whatever. So I'm taking a break for now, just to have a little bit of time to think. Also, it is the summer break for the kids as well, so I deserve a bit of a break. The other thing, or the other things I should say, I have one more E3 video to upload, which is the Nintendo E3 reaction. Obviously these videos aren't there for the views, because I would have done them all like within a few days of E3 and uploaded them all if I wanted the views. I'm just doing them because they're kind of an interesting take for me on reacting to E3, since I've never done it before. I really haven't either, not even on my old channel. I never did like video reactions like that to E3 ever. It's always been notes or just from memory what I saw. So it's a really interesting take for me on reacting to E3, and I don't know if I'll do it next year, but I will finish that Nintendo reaction, and that will be probably the only thing I do in July. That'll be the only thing I upload this month, will be that last E3 reaction. Otherwise, yeah, obviously going back to the Oot and a Hat in Time as we go on this year and finish the year off. I will be finishing editing the first half of Oot that we did. I love saying Oot, so funny. Oot. Well, I'll finish editing and uploading the first half of Oot that we did, and then whenever the last episode of that goes up for the half of the game, I'll obviously take a break from editing those for a couple of months. And as for A Hat in Time, like I've already said, I will do the last couple of videos I wanted to do, doing the purple time rifts and a couple secrets, and then we'll leave the game for a couple of months as well. So what may end up happening, in fact, with that is I may take a break for July and then upload the rest of A Hat in Time in August, plus a few more Oots, and by say September I might have uploaded the rest of the first half of Oot, and then I'll probably take a break for October, November maybe, after that point. And we'll see perhaps at that point maybe about getting back to like Far Cry 5, because we did like half the game in 3 months, and I reckon we can do the other half in another 3 months if I put all the effort into it. The Portal Night streams I will probably do at some point in July, or not July, sorry, in August, since there's only probably a couple sessions worth left to do to finish that game. But Far Cry 5 I'll leave until we have a proper break for it. But that's everything, I think. That's what's happened this year, and what I have planned to do for the rest of the year. There could be any other number of surprises to come, but I have no idea as of this point recording this what those things would be. So that's it. I hope everyone has a great summer. I hope everyone has a great end to their 2021, and I will be back for another channel update as usual on January 1st next year. We will see how things go and where things end up by that time. So thank you very much, and see you guys then. Bye bye.